Capstone students, it's Teresa Pedersen. It is July 5th where I am, and so I wanted to get this video up to talk about week 8 and to preview for you weeks 9 and 10, which are going to sort of be rapidly approaching. Most of you are here in week 7, having completed your review section 1 and then working on your completion of your entire literature review. Most of you have realized that once you get the hang of it, and I can approve that first section and you kind of get how that looks and how it goes, it's really much simpler to write the rest. I know it still takes quite a bit of time, and it is something that's just, you know, kind of highly skilled work, but we have learned from experience that if you can get through the first section and you kind of, you know, get that feedback and understand that you're on the right track, it just makes it a lot less complicated and nerve-wracking to complete. I'm seeing beautiful literature reviews, and I know I kind of knew I would, because the annotated bibliographies that you guys wrote for the summer were really detailed, and I always see detailed annotated bibliographies leading to really good lit reviews, because what it means is you read the articles and you had to really think through what was in there, and that, even though you think you're not internalizing that, you really are. And then when you sit down to sort of analyze, you know, what is the literature saying about my topic? What is the literature saying about this particular area that I'm going to be looking at? And then you just start to say, you know, Smith and Wesson and Lance and, you know, Peters, they all sort of studied this phenomena. Here's what they said. Here's how they agreed or disagreed. And here's why that matters to the research, you know, that I am proposing or that I am doing, or the plan that I am writing. And I'm just seeing a lot of evidence of that. So great job. If you're struggling with that, please reach out to me. I have additional resources that I can share with you. There are lots of resources already on Blackboard. Okay, so let's get to where we're here. So week 8, I want you to notice that there is action, research, and school improvement. So please, if you are doing a school improvement plan, do not go into this week 8 and then submit with, I'm not doing action research. I appreciate that, except it's unnecessary, because what I do is I go through the grade book and I exempt you. So if you are an action research student, you get exempted from all the school improvement submissions, and vice versa. So there is no need to do that, and it just actually makes it trickier for me, because I need to see those exemptions. I don't want to give you points for an assignment that is not in your lane, because that messes up the total, and when we get to the if you passed or didn't pass, it's complex. So we don't want to do that. So if you do that, don't worry about it. I'll just fix it. But you don't have to spend the time to do that. So literally, if you're doing school improvement, you are only going to go here. If you're doing action research, you are only going to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on school improvement, since 90% of my students this summer are doing school improvement. And you'll notice that you have one assignment. It's a very important one. It is the Who Are We? And this, you are going to go to your component document in order to see what it looks like here. So if you go to the component document, which you're going to find over in week 1, of course, and I think almost all of you are using it now, you're going to come down to Who Are We? You're going to develop a school profile and establish a baseline. And please recognize we do have 4 to 5 pages here. I have approved school profiles that are less than 4 to 5 pages when they are really just efficient and effective, and you get to the point and you cover everything. I can approve it for less than that. But what we're trying to tell you there is that usually you're going to need some space for some tables or some charts or some data, and that does take up some space. And we really want you to tell the story of all of these things. Now, that being said, if for some reason you are not able to get something on here, you've done your research, you've asked for assistance from your district, and this information is either not available or is not, your particular district doesn't release this, I don't want you to panic. I just want you to do the best with what you have. The best and strongest Who Are We sections are those that are beautifully written. They tell a story. I can see your district. I can see your school within that. I can really feel where you are, and that helps me know where the plan is going to go, because ultimately I have to see that the plan makes sense based on the issues that you're about to say, which is in the next section. Okay, so same thing for action research. Excuse me. You are going to have a specific thing. So let me back up. All right, so for action research, jumping up here, you are going to be choosing the correct statistical test. There's not an assignment for that. It's just so that you can look at the different ones, and you can pick the one that is going to be correct for your data. You are going to be turning in your raw data, and you're going to make a methodology plan draft. So basically, what are you going to do with the data? And so you have several assignments that you are going to be completing, and they're short. They really are to the point, but they are all done in this module. All right, so let me go back. When you get to week 9, I just want everybody to notice, I know we're not there yet, but week 9 and week 10 modules will be completed this week. So what we had to do, because the summer is shorter than 16 weeks, we had to collapse things into several weeks. So week 9, week 10, they're collapsed. Okay, so there's extra work to be completed. That really doesn't impact you, because you just do an assignment, turn it in, get feedback 0 or 1, and then move forward, right? So I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to fall behind. You might. You absolutely might. And I would expect at this point, you might fall behind. We're coming out of a holiday, and people are starting to take those summer vacations. I am not concerned about that. Remember what I said. I want you to have a lovely summer. I want you to have your time with family and friends. I want you to do those things you need to do to refresh and relax for the school year. And so, and also complete your capstone. And you will do that. Please, if you're panicking about that, send me an email. I've been doing Zooms with students. I've been calling students. I've even gotten a WhatsApp or two text. And so it's really very simple to communicate with me. I make sure that we do. So don't sit and worry, because I am here for you. And that is my whole just reason for being your instructor for this class, is to make sure that you finish. So, okay, I just wanted to kind of take that roll through there and make you aware of things. Don't forget, when you come here to content, resources and week 1, those were places where we put lots and lots of front-loaded information. Sometimes we get so busy that we just don't go really look at that stuff at the beginning, and we don't really get why we need it. So don't forget to go back to these 2 places for some help. And also, if you have not found an editor yet for your paper, please make sure that you are out looking for that. Remember, you do not have to pay for that work. But it could be somebody in your life that you know who can be your second reader. And trust me when I tell you, when we get to the end of the road, you are going to want a clean paper, and I won't be able to pass you without a clean paper. And so it's just really helpful when you get to those checklists to go over those items. Okay? Well, it's been a pleasure. I love being your instructor, and I'm just always praying for you every single day by name that you will successfully complete. Take care.